Hello YouTube, whoops, family and friends. I'm working with this broken tripod of mine, and I'm hoping it works. I gotta start my timer here because this might be a couple of parts on this video. This is not a haul video, so if you were looking for a haul video, now's the time to look for another one, because this is not a haul video this time. I'm going to do an angel working for healing, and I'm going to kind of go through the process with you a little bit and explain what I've already prepared and go through some of the stuff as I start putting this together. I am going to turn you around. I'm trying not to get you dizzy, but up there is my angel altar where I have all kinds of angels. Everything up there is angel related, whether it's on the wall or on the shelf top. And this is where this working will be set when it is completed. So I just wanted to show you that. But for right now, since I'm in a mess, because I'm trying to change rooms, things are getting worse and worse, and I have good days and bad days, and I'm doing this actually to get more good days. I'm trying to adjust this to see if it will hold you up here so I don't have to hold it, because I'm not going to be able to do that. There we go. Okay, I'm going to turn you over this way where you can see where we're going to be working at right at this point. Now, I cleansed this little stand with garlic to get rid of negativities, because I don't want anything negative. And I've cleansed my dish, and since it was a very patterned dish, I also cleansed the foil that I wrapped around it, and I cleansed my candle holder, and I cleansed my candle. And I have some India incense going, temple incense, for a sacred space. So some of this I went ahead and did to save time. And then on the candle, I chose a green candle since this is for health and healing. I chose a green candle, pillar candle, and then I wrote on this candle with my little tool, I wrote like healing for the mind, the body, the spirit, which is my spirit. I also include my feline, my kitty, because he's very close to me, and if he's not good, then I'm going to pick up on that. And for my home, because if the home is in disarray, it can cause problems. So I am including all that. I did, and yes, I'm oily now, because I anointed the top of the candle with blessing oil. Some blessing oil that I made. It smells so good. Better than some perfumes. I blessed around the outer edge of the plate with holy water. So, I'm going to be working with the Healing Cards Oracle deck. Now, you can work with or without a deck, or you can work with any deck that works for you for this purpose. But this is what I chose. And at this point, I can now put my candle, hopefully I don't drop it, in there, because that's going to sit in the center. Now for the cards that I had chosen, I'm doing a 7-day card that I'm going to work with and focus on one card each day. And the first one is, how do you define taking care of yourself? Create a new self-care practice today. Observe your comfort level when it comes to being good to yourself. Discovered is a wise teacher. And then on the other side, the root cause of all disease is a negative attitude about taking care of yourself. So this is going to be my first card that I'm going to place up here. And that's going to be the first card that I'm going to focus on. That card is the tradition of India teaches that the main reason we get sick can be reduced to a lazy or perverse mental attitude, which leads us to ignore the basic principles of good health. That can mean not only eating the wrong foods and ignoring the cycles of nature, but also failing to control our negative emotions. As we now know, thousands of years after the wisdom was first gathered, the stress caused by anxiety, overwork, anger, and grief creates even more damage to the body than a poor or inappropriate damage. The Greek Christian mystics believed that our negative traits and emotions, which they all call elementals, accumulate around us and reinforce themselves, gathering ever more negative energy in a kind of downward spiral. Yet even though we know better, we sometimes act as if we're not worthy of a truly healthful, supportive life. As if we don't deserve to be taken care of. The cure is simple. Pay attention to everything you do that has the potential to affect your health, from food to stress. And I am reading that out of the book. Okay, on that part. So that corresponds to that particular card. Now I went through and pulled the cards that I felt would work for me. So that's my first card that I'm going to focus on. And to make this video not so long, I'm just going to every day put on a new card and go through with what it says and put a video up for that, because otherwise this is going to take a lot of recording and too much time. But we got the first card up. So now what I want to do with this is I want to add some crystals and I want to add some herbs to this. Now, basically all herbs, crystals, and colors have particular vibrations, and they're meant to be mixed in such a way that when they are used all together, they can bring our body into balance. And I'm going to start with the roses. Just to let you know, this was a garlic floor wash that I used to clean everything with. It's just made out of garlic. If I can find the right jar here. It's really awkward for me working in this area. I usually don't do things like this in here, but I have red rose buds and petals in here. So roses are known for they're a water. They can be used as a water element. They're great for self-love. You have to love yourself if you want to get better. If you want to heal the disorders and the ailments, if you want to try and make them better. You might not be able to heal them, but you might be able to make them so that it's a little bit more manageable for you to tolerate, because I have a lot of ailments myself, and I know a lot of people do, and it could be physical, mental, spiritual, it could be all kinds. So there's a lot of hurt in this world nowadays, and there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. And I'm just going to drop a few of these. No particular way, I just like to go clockwise. And put some rose petals down. Now I've set them over there so I don't get them mixed up with the others. The roses also represent the goddess. It's the herb of the goddess Venus. And it is associated with pure love and femininity. No, I didn't say that right, because that word messes me up. It's water. It's for a clinging, cleansing, healing, spiritual. It's to help regenerate us, to purification. So it's a great herb for water. Oh, you wouldn't think a rose would be, but it is. And this is the element of the West. And I'm going to also add a stone, and I'm going to add amethyst. And I'm going to put that right on top of that card, because that is my West. And this is the angel that actually governs this is Archangel Gabriel. Is the angel that governs the West. And animals, if you have animals that you would, if some people like to use animals to work with, figurines, etc., would be the aquatic, like dolphins and fish. Would be some things, starfish, seashells, stuff like that you could use too. Okay, and then, like I say, each day I'm going to go through with other cards until we get through the cards. Because otherwise it's just going to take, too long. And, actually need to turn my plate this way, because I just got to thinking that's my West. I would be facing the wrong direction, so it needs to set that way, so we don't want to mess that up, do we? Okay, and then for for the East is the air element, and the stone for that we could use would be tiger's eye, or we could use citrine. Excuse me, which I have both. But I'm going to use tiger eye. And I'm going to put that in the East location. Air is an element that is associated with yellow and white. And it's an element that you focus on. It's to be focused on. It carries away your troubles, it blows away strife. Air is connected to the soul and the breath of life. Use air for communication, wisdom, and the power that's in your mind, because sometimes we ignore the power that our mind has. That we can tell our mind to send like things to parts of our body that are having pain to help lessen the pain. I need to get a sip of my coffee here, just a moment. Our minds are very powerful, and we need to use them to help control some of what's going on with us in our personal world. Archangel Raphael is the angel that covers this. Lavender is the herb that works with air, and I have lavender here, so I'm going to take some lavender. And I'm going to spread some lavender around. Of course, make a mess with it. Okay, so we got that done. Now, also, animals that would be associated with air would be like the butterfly, the dragon, the eagle. And there's other herbs and stones that you can use, but this is what I'm using. Now, I'm going to go to the south, which is that away. In the south is the element of fire. It's the masculine energy that both creates and destroys. It symbolizes fertility of the god, of your god. Fire can heal or harm, and can bring about new life or destroy the old and worn. Archangel Michael is the angel of this element. And the herb is basil, the stone is citrine, and the animals, you could have a lion, a tiger, a lizard, salamanders. But we need to think that we need to destroy the negative that's in our mind and the bad stuff that's in our body, and try and, like, if we change our diet, we could lower our cholesterol, and that would be getting rid of something bad out of our body, or our triglycerides, getting something bad out of our body. Our mind being more positive, less negative. Those are a way to destroy and then bring out the new, the positive. So, working with that, this is the citrine that I have, and this would go to my south. And then we have okay. Yeah, I'm getting confused because